Welcome back. Well, happy Father's Day, everyone, and it's nice to see everyone back again. 欢迎大家，今天是这个父亲节，所以在这边庆祝所有的父亲们父亲节愉快。我们在这边呢，今天是还是在这个沙甲月特别的日子，所以我们这边呢，等这个格西上来呢，今天格西说我们主要呢来一起来这个为这个天下的父亲一起做祈请。 当然呢，我们这次也非常幸运的有接受了仁波切的皈依和在家五戒的在家五戒的所有的活动和这个课程。那在这边有任何问题，我们今天也可以在上面做这个作为一个比较深度的研讨。So welcome back everyone. We are still in the Sakadava months, a very special month. That so as we wait for Geshe-la to come back, we will today, instead of a normal Lamrim, Geshe-la suggested we will do a prayer program for all the fathers in the world, all the fathers, Happy Father's Day, and also have a chance to discuss more in depth about the refuge vows and the 5 lay vows that we so fortunately received from Gacho Lama Zopa Rinpoche not long ago. And also that we are expecting that Rinpoche will be, Rinpoche actually also have accepted to give us the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga loan of Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga. It will happen, I think, we believe, in the next week or next 2 weeks, the next 10 days. So Geshe-la said that in order for us to smoothly accumulating all the merits to receive such a special teaching from Rinpoche, that we will make a special prayer today in front of the holy place of Nepal. That today is my last day here in Nepal. That we'll pray to the Great Stupa, not only for the benefit of ourselves and for all the sentient beings, and especially all our fathers of this life and all our lifetimes. And of course, we hope to pray that we'll have a smooth, without obstacle, to receive teachings from Lama Zopa Rinpoche in the near future. And then we were able to have all the conditions to practice correctly, accordingly. That is also very important. 所以欢迎大家今天我们还在沙迦月回来呢。我们这边呢Geshe-la。我们的Geshe Zopa老师呢，今天建议我们呢，为了天下的复兴，我们做一个祈请和这个祈愿。那么在这个之上呢，我们也会继续的这个来讨论有关在家五戒任何的问题，以及皈依戒任何的问题。那么我们的这个导师Lama Zopa Rinpoche在不久前呢，才给我们这个皈依和在家五戒。那么在将来呢，应该是1个礼拜、2个礼拜之间，我们会仁波切已经答应会给我们这个宗喀巴大师上师瑜伽的口传。那么可惜说呢，为了我们能尽快的尽除这些障碍，接受口传的障碍呢，我们在这边今天呢，特别呢以父亲节的这个缘起呢，来做一个这个祈请，以及呢这个为了我们继续能接受这个教法，能顺利的接受教法，我们做一个祈请和这个回向，像这个满愿塔在满愿塔来做这个回向。今天是我在尼泊尔的最后一天，所以我们在这边呢还可以做到直播直播这个满愿塔的这个，我们请大家也用心的去回向这样。I think Geshe-la. I think Geshe-la is here. Geshe-la, Tashidele, thank you for being with us.
Tashidele, hello.
Tashidele, Geshe-la.
Hello, everyone. Happy Father's Day.
Tashidele.
Tashidele.
Tashidele, Geshe-la.
Tashidele.
Yes. Happy Father's Day to
Yeah. Meta told me today is Happy Father's Day. So tonight maybe for some time we collectively recite Refugee and Bodhicitta prayer, dedicating for our spiritual father, Gyabjen Lama Sopa Rinpoche and all the gurus good health, long life. And I think that itself will be beneficial prayers for all the fathers too. Then I think fathers, without the support of mother, then very much can't achieve much, isn't it? So even in our spiritual practice, only together with wisdom and method, then able to progress on the path and actualize, ultimate goal of spirituality, including enlightenment. So even in a common conventional world, the harmony, love of the parents brings the benefit of this precious human rebirth. All the children in this world, including ourselves, having this precious human rebirth is very much because of the parent. So, so also to celebrate Mother's Day, so we recite Tara practice. We can recite 21 Tara praises after the refuge. Then we spend the rest of the time doing question and answer. So Meda have suggested those of you who have taken refuge, who have attended the refuge and lay vow ceremony with Gyabjen Lama Sopa Rinpoche. Also for those others, who had refuge precept in the past or who aspire to take refuge in the future, whatever, or other questions, so we can spend some time doing question and answer like that.
那么今天呢是这个父亲节，那么葛西说，当然这边首先预祝天下的父亲都能这个父亲节快乐。当然呢，这个我们在这边呢，当然也预祝呢这个所有的天下的母亲也都快乐。那重点就是说因为今天是个特别的日子呢，所以我们聚在这边呢，把我们的最好的心力，把我们的这个回向呢。带给这个世界上每一位众生。首先呢，我们以这个祈愿的方式，我们待会儿也会在这边在大塔前再点灯，然后呢，我们呢以这个祈愿呢，以这个21度母，那么21度母呢是一切这个吉祥的这个缘起啊，我们也念诵21度母来做这个祈愿。那么当然呢，刚才讲到说，在不久前我们非常有幸运的呢，在导师这个喇嘛苏巴仁波齐的面前接受了在家5戒和这个皈依，也有很多重新皈依的。那么在这边我们有机会，今天我们做这个祈愿法会的同时呢，也来做一些这个有关皈依和在家5戒的问答。那么其实呢，我们讲说这个父亲节呢，也想说要愿天下这个众生都快乐呢。当然这个快乐呢也少不了这个家庭的这个母亲以及这个家庭的这个和谐快乐。所以我们在这个父亲节呢，首先我们意念我们的精神导师，我们的根本上师们，我们的导师们，那么他们呢都是这个我们在这个佛法这条这个菩提道上，上师呢就如同这个慈父上师就如同父亲一样。当然我们在这个父亲节我们也意念我们的导师，以我们最这个诚心的最这个至诚的这个祈愿呢把这个回向给我们所有的上师，也希望他们这个心情这个 希望他们像一个这个快乐的父亲，以及一个有这个孝顺的孩子一样呢。我们这个佛法的大家庭呢，也是有这个孝顺的孩子和这个来承办这个家长的这个喜乐，以及一些众生的喜乐。好，今天Can we also have a light offering ready today? I just wanted to
okay.
You.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Then also the refuge and Thara practice is beneficial for everyone, for everyone's well-being. Then on top of that, we dedicate the 21 Thara praises, 21 Thara's prayer for us to accumulate collective merit to be able to receive the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga oral transmission from most precious Guru Gyabjen Lama Sopa Rinpoche, so that all of our heart will be blessed with pure lineage. Then eventually may we able to lead that to conduct Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga retreat in the future.
那么当然，我们刚刚讲说，我们以21度母的祈愿呢，首先回向给我们个人的家庭的幸福快乐，以及呢我们这个佛法的大家庭。特别呢，我们要把这个回向给我们能顺利的远离任何障碍的人，在我们最尊贵的导师喇嘛收波仁波切的座下呢，接受这个宗喀巴大师的上师瑜伽的口传。我们希望大家都来这样祈愿来祈愿那么也能接受一个清净无碍的这个传承。那么以这个在这个接受这个口传的基础上，能精进修学，包括呢在将来呢能承办这个宗喀巴大师上师瑜伽的这个家行的闭关。这个群体的闭关及个人闭关，以及道上的成就。所以今天我们这个祈愿法会是非常有意义的，也是非常重要的。不仅仅是这个父亲节，也是为我们每一个人的慧命，为我们每个人的这个能成就这个菩提道上的成就，这样子一个发愿。
Yeah, initially supposed to resume the Lamrim class, and we are supposed to cover the subject on shamatha, but seems like only 2 sessions may be possible in this month. After that, full July and August month, I will be away. I will be traveling to Nepal, India. So it's quite a busy schedule, so might not able to do the class. Maybe occasionally we may able to get together, but as for class will be a bit hard. So once you start the topic, then I thought, whatever amount of time, better to finish the subject. So then I decided better not to start this topic. Rather, we will resume that in September. So I have a full September month. Then after that, again, I have to travel. So hopefully in the September month, we can finish the shamatha. Then when we so there will be Lamrim retreat in Malaysia in RJL, Rinjen Changsanim Retreat Center, most likely end of December or somewhere there. So the subject for the retreat, based on the topic text we've been studying, the Lamb on the path, for many years. I think we have reached to the subject to be discussed on emptiness chapter. So I think it will be just nice. Those of you who want to attend the retreat there, or those who cannot, then can learn from online. But at the same time, the subject on shamatha, through the Taitong Foundation, we had an extensive study on shamatha specifically, just the shamatha topic for many months, if I remember correctly, quite some time ago. And YK and Janet, they all, compiled the notes. Joanne also, I think, did notes. So Meda have translated, may have recordings. So I want those of you who are really serious to study, then I will give you homework for this July and August when my time absent to be present for you. Then you can, those of who can read English, the shamatha, the note booklet is already compiled, already out, so you can study that. So that's, I think, quite detailed. Together, you can study the Lamrim Chemo on the shamatha part. The Lamrim Chemo translation is on volume 3, then the shamatha section. So you can use the note and you can study the root text together. So then there's no way you can go wrong. So I think 2 month, very thorough, detailed study, I think is good time. So I think even we have a class, I have nothing more to say than what already said before. So the same teaching. So then next time in September, when we come together, there may be more of clarifying through your study if there's any clarification needed, or maybe some just few points, some meditation practical kind of advice. We can do something like that. So those of you who only can read Chinese, then please refer to Meda's translation. I think she should have all the recordings for many classes. So you can listen those recordings. And Lamrim Chemo, definitely there's translation in Chinese, isn't it? So you can study the shamatha section. Okay. Yes, then I go and accumulate more merit so that so you study hard, I go and accumulate some merit, then these two combine together, and the teacher and student may be able to achieve something in future.
I also wanted to add, I think in August, like Getcher Lama Silbermshire also probably are giving the Atisha Light of Pass, I believe, or not, maybe teachings on that online. So that in August there will be a teaching.
Oh yeah, then perfect.
Yeah,
you can attend that.
We can also. 刚刚格西说呢，这个就是说我们这个菩提道次第的禅修班呢，本来是这个每个礼拜天，到这个礼拜我们会重新开始这个止观的课程。那么，但是因为呢，这个格西后来因为呢，这个我们止观的课程，因为上个礼拜因为仁波切的这个特别的这个皈依的课程呢，以及呢，格西到7月份呢，他会7月8月份呢，会要到不同的地方在这个亚洲不同的地方有很多的这个安排活动，所以呢，我们的课程呢只能有2-3个礼拜的课程，所以格西呢就考虑说呢，这个课程要停下来再开始有点不大好，所以呢就建议我们呢，在这个我们在这个7月跟8月呢，用这个音频和这个视频，因为我们这个止观课程在2年前呢，应该有这个6个月及9个月左右的时间，我们已经格西已经很详细的跟我们讲过一次这个止观的课程。那我们在这个课程中呢，也有中文的翻译，也有音频和视频。那么格西是希望我们大家呢，配合这个菩提道次第广论的止观篇。 那么这样一起学习呢，希望大家能利用这个机会去复习这个。如果是新人呢，去学习这个视频。那我们在9月份的时候呢，这个9月整个这个月呢，我们格西会详细的把这些重点，把整个止观以及禅修的重点给帮我们再带一次，包括呢一些考试。当然呢，那么在年底呢，格西会在马来西亚会有一个这个有关空性的这个智慧篇的这个5天的禅修这个闭关。当然我们到时候欢迎大家如果没有办法实际参加，我们会在线上也会有。所以呢这些音频和视频我们会在7月8月份时候，可是希望大家能英文班的听英文，中文班的我们听以前的中文，也有一些这些视频和这个去认真的把这个止观去走一遍。那么在这个期间呢，格西也许会有时间上线，每个1个月偶尔会上线给我们做一些问答。那么到9月份呢，格西会深入的讲解止观。当然我们在这个期间呢这个在像8月份，我们的导师那么索波仁切也应该会有这个菩提道灯论的这个课程，我们也会配合一些其他的客串老师所以呢应该会有一个很丰富的安排给大家。那最主要呢，这个格西作为我们的菩提道次第的这个禅修班的导师，当然呢他会给我们布置一些功课，这个功课就是去学习这个道次第的广论有关止观智慧篇，以及呢看这个视频，并且呢我们也许可以来开展一个这个研讨班，大家可以一起来把这个学习的重点来抓一抓。所以今天是一个非常好的一个这个日子呢，给大家来把我们这个止观以及空性篇呢这个做个介绍，这样。
Yeah. So the last week of June, coming week, there's a great possibility for us to receive the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga oral transmission from Rinpoche. So hopefully that happens the next weekend or any of the following days. So that's the reason. So these 2 weeks basically allocate for that.
那么当然我们也非常期望呢，这个已经仁波切和主办单位已经答应去安排呢，就是这个宗喀巴大师的上师瑜伽的口传以及教学。那我们希望可能是在下个礼拜或者下个周末，我们非常期望说在接下的2个礼拜中呢，能尽快的接受到这个口传。当然配合我们的这个学习呢，是一个非常有系统的这个加持和这个学习一起的一个学习方式。
So if all of us able to keep up, this is my thinking, try to at least have a good foundational study of the entire Lamrim, even though if it's not word by word, but at least the structure and the essence apprehend, in individuals' understanding. Then at the same time, applying in our very best in our day-to-day life. In particularly translating the Lamrim through mind training teaching, the Lojong teaching that I've been giving every Sunday through Australia FPMD office. So that is the Lamrim to be translated, Lamrim as a structural knowledge, then translate through Lojong into our day-to-day guide, day-to-day practice. So once we do that properly, for at least for this year or maybe even for next year, because the emptiness chapter of even in the Malaysia, the retreat, during retreat, just few days, just 3 days, is more of some practical guidance and just to cover the verses from the text. We may not able to go so detailed. Then maybe throughout the year, if we can afford to study more detail the teaching on the emptiness chapter, then going to be very solid. Then after that, yes, of course, in order really to get into proper retreat of the Ngondo, there are traditionally, very, very precious transmissional teaching on the four great Ngondo, such as to establish the basis of the blessing, the Ngondo practice of refuge, then to prepare ourselves as a pure vessel, to purify ourselves, then the Ngondo teaching and the practices on Vajrasattva. Then, in order to gather all the meritorious conditional resources, whatever we practice, we're able to, impact our continuum and gain realization. So we need a lot of merit, not just purified, but we need a lot of merit. So in order to accumulate those merit, then Ngondo teaching and practice on mandala offering. And then to receive the blessing into your continuum in realization, accordingly, then Ngondo teaching and Ngondo practice on Guru Yoga practice, Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga practice. So these four Ngondos are called the four great Ngondo. So there are many, many elaborated Ngondos. There's 12 type of Ngondos, slightly lesser than that. But this four is called four great Ngondo. And there's a commentary to be done called Ngondo teaching, the great commentary to this Ngondo before you conduct the retreat, like that. So if we're able to, do that, then maybe sometime, maybe the year after, hopefully, 2024, maybe, then commence the actual retreat. So maybe at least 1 year, one retreat. If individual can manage all the four retreat, why not? Because for Vajrasattva, you have to do the long Vajrasattva mantra. Even full-time dedicated retreater, it takes about 3 months. So I don't think as a working people, I think we have to do flexibility, very flexible way. So that meaning maybe best to give, each retreat 1 whole year, 1 whole year. So almost 4 years. So all of us going to be very old man, old woman. Then after that, then get into Tantra, then get a proper high Sukhi Tantra initiation. Then do, if possible, do great 3-year great retreat. If not, at least do, commitment retreat. Then rest of the life, really completely soak into, into retreats. Either open retreat or strict retreat. It's up to you, like that. So anyway, once the preparatory preliminary practice is properly done, then Tantra is like that. If the preparatory is not done properly, Lamrim is not done properly, the Ngondos are not done properly. The Lamrim, the three principal understanding and the practice of three principal aspect part is common preparatory needs for our tantric practice. Then the retreat on the four Ngondos are the uncommon preparatory practice to really to get impact of the tantric practice. You see, so this is quite a lengthy journey, but very steady journey. And our strict gurus, very much kind of lead you to this path. Of course, you can choose to halfway you can hop on and off, and you can go your own way also. But some strict, teachers, really drag you to this line like that. So then, yes. So therefore, everybody need to take good care of your health. Need to do a lot of physical exercise, meditation, lojong practice, lamrim practice. So both the mind and body going to be very healthy, so they live long, so that we can accomplish so many things like that. Okay, sorry, long. Thank you.
Maybe I can translate. Yeah. 好，那么格西呢，对我们这个菩提道次第的禅修班的这个一个计划呢是这样的。首先呢，我们主要的这个宗旨呢，是为了在这个道上建立一个扎实的基础，也就是菩提道次第禅修的一个基础。这个基础呢，是由这个学习道次第开始，学习我们道次第，我们讲的整个从下士到中士到上士到讲到现在的禅修这个止观。那么这个基础上面呢，应该把这个理论的基础把它转入融化到我们的生活。如何去融化呢？那是靠我们的这个修心转念。我们在这个我们仁波切也经常谈到，这个格西也经常谈到这个如何把我们的心事转化为法，修心转念，叫 lojong 啊，英文叫做就是转念。那么这个由于这个，如果我们能如实的去把这个心转于法，把这个法安住在日常生活中呢，那就是要靠这个勤修这个转念。那么在这个基础上呢，在这个基础上再去修行呢，这个所谓空性的智慧。像我们这个年底的这个12月底的这个禅修这个空性的禅修智慧呢，其实只有3天的时间，3-4天。但是这个重点呢，但这个空性的这个禅修必须是建立在之前的对这个菩提道次第的实修以及这个理论的了解。那么在这个基础上呢，我们讲到说有这个传统有六个小加行以及4大加行。那么这个加行呢，就是第一呢是以皈依10遍的、10万遍的11万遍的这个皈依。皈依呢是一切修行的开始，像我们刚刚接受到这个仁波切的这个皈依，这个皈依呢是一切入门的开始，帮助我们这个准备我们的心呢，来走上这个佛法的道路。那么，所以所谓4大加行的第一加行呢，是由这个皈依开始11万遍的这个皈依。那么再下去呢，为了净除道上的障碍和我们无始生死以来所有的这些恶业，我们就要修这个金刚萨埵。金刚萨埵的长的咒语的11万遍。那么这个呢，由金刚萨埵的修行帮助我们转化已经准备好我们的心呢，帮助我们去把我们的心可以说是调伏到一个接受的容器那么首先所以有金刚萨埵，第二大加行，第3大加行呢，那为了能有足够的这个福报资粮，能去接受灌顶，能去接受道上的加持、上师的加持呢，我们必须要修这个曼达，共10万遍的、11万遍的曼达，长的曼达。那么最后这些都是前行的，所谓3大加行。那么这3大加行最重要的呢，就是帮助我们的心相续呢，能接受到上师的加持。所以宗喀巴斯大师上师瑜伽，我们请的这个法呢是非常重要的。这由于上师的加持，可以说我们可以正式的入门去修行。那么在这个的完成的前行的基础上呢，我们呢可以从这个显密圆融进入这个金刚乘。金刚乘由金刚乘升起以及圆满自力的灌顶那么在这一生希望能成就无上正等正觉，此生成佛。所以当修习到止观也好，空性也好，后面这些呢完全就像一个沙滩，你就像一个城堡，必须建立在一个 强大的地基上。这个地基呢，就是道次第的了解以及所谓四大加行。那我们现在从第一个皈依，我们非常荣幸的已经进入第一个皈依四大加行，对吧？那么所以呢，给我们的计划呢，就是如果说也许不是明年，我们在也许从2024年开始，每一年呢，我们在这个群中呢，可以能完成一大加行比如说10万遍的皈依这个金刚萨埵呢，这个11万遍金刚萨埵常轨呢，一般呢需要全职的呢，可能需要3个月的这个闭关时间。当然，如果你是还在上班什么的，那可能会比较时间会比较长。那再加上这个曼达，再加上这个上师瑜伽，那么这样子的话呢，每一年4年，我们能把它这个加行完成呢，那么在这个之后呢，可以把这个人生呢奉献给这个去入于法包括金刚乘这个本尊瑜伽的修行。那当然，这就是这一切呢，都会在有这个共的加行以及不共的加行，对吧？有共和不共的加行。那我们现在呢，已经开始了我们的这个菩提道上的这个旅程，从这个皈依开始。当然，希望我们能把我们的人生都趋于法来这样子的去修行。OK， 这是格西呢给我们的计划。
Yeah, so many of you, already receive refuge. So that's already kind of what do you call take off? Yes, take off to the journey. Those I'm talking about the new one, newcomers, but most of the practitioners here, fully matured, including with all the tantra, everything. No need to talk about them.
那么当然呢，这边有些欢迎一些新的同学。那么首先呢，我们第一步，这个所谓这个菩提道上的第一步呢，是以皈依开始。如果是新的同学刚刚参加皈依的，那非常恭喜你，你已经开始了菩提道的第一步。那么这边有很多这个资深的学员呢，都已经在修行很久。当然呢，也是重新的去接受皈依，也是非常随喜，也是非常好的一个事。但是首先呢，我们这个所谓要完成的步骤中，第一个皈依，我们可以把它上个钩，已经完成了，那是非常重要的第一步。
So from the 4 great Ngondo, Vajrasattva wise, you need to receive initiation before you conduct the retreat. So just the commentary is not good enough. So also, everyone pray and take opportunity whenever in future time that if he grant the Vajrasattva initiation. So it's, even to the newcomers, since you have already taken refuge now, if you're ready, can take the Vajrasattva initiation too. So for the retreat is required.
那么这个在四大加行中呢，像这个金刚萨埵的这个金刚萨埵的这个加行呢，我们是必须要有接受灌顶。所以格西呢鼓励我们大家呢，现在我们已经在仁波切这边呢接受了2大加行的灌顶，希望的这个当然我们也会去祈请呢，有机会呢去接受这个金刚萨埵以及这个其他的其他这些灌顶。
Yeah, so as I said before, we really need a good health and long life. So one of the exercise that we can do, which is also part of a Ngondo, not a part of the 4 great Ngondo, but it's part of the more elaborated Ngondo, prostration. So prostration, 100,000 prostration, the long prostration, if possible, if not, the short. Is earlier that you do is better, because that require our physical flexibility to do so. And prostration, if you're able to do the long prostration, that's the best exercise, like best gym. You go to gym every day. So every day you can discipline to do, at least maybe 10, 20, then eventually 50, or at least, 10, 20, which is very easy. So that will also fulfill your quota of doing daily exercise. Just doing prostration also give you a lot of peace of mind. It will bring a lot of inner peace that will also help mental health. And for this, you don't need to receive commentary, initiation, nothing. You can start right away today. So this is something that maybe I could say skillfully or sneakingly or take the opportunity to suggest all of us to at least start with good exercise for good health and long life, which is the practice of prostration. Yeah, prostration, at least until the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga retreat. We have about one year or so. So within that, try to finish the 100,000 prostration. So since now it's Sagadawa, I think I take the opportunity to recommend those of you who are interested to do. You can start. You just have to start to do. You don't have to worry about anything. You just do it easy. And if you want to elaborate with visualizations and other practices, you can integrate according with what you are capable to. So, yeah, anybody can start anytime.
那么刚刚讲到，我刚可惜我讲到一句话呢，可能没来得及翻，就是说呢，我们呢，如果如此的去计划呢，这个修行道路上呢，接下4年呢，我们会有很多很多的这个工作学习。那么重点呢，大家也需要能健康，有个健康的身体。那么刚刚讲到说呢，在这个供的家行以及不供的家行中，在供的家行中有一个是大礼拜啊，这个10万遍的大礼拜。那么这个大礼拜的家行呢，是不需要接受灌顶，也不需要特别允许这个口传的。所以呢，如果大家有机会呢，就尽快的特别是3甲月，尽快的开始每天做一些大礼拜。首先这个大礼拜呢，对这个身心呢都有极大的这个益处，特别是这个身体也有很大，对打开我们的这个气脉明点以及这个对身体健康有很大的好处。但是这个大礼拜呢，也是极之进藏一个极速的一个加行，那么而且是唯一就是一个所谓是一个供的加行呢，所以不需要得到任何灌顶。那么我们大家可惜希望说，我们每天哪怕几次几个我们开始就拜起来，这是很重要。
Okay, so this is my Father's Day gift of 100,000 prostration homework.
所以这是格西给我们的这个父亲节的礼物。
Yeah. So you will really receive a gift because you will receive full of merits, so beneficial for your health. Yeah, so it's all good for you.
那么当然呢，这个礼物呢，首先呢可以增广我们的福报资粮，而且呢也可以帮助我们健康身体，是非常好的，双赢的。
Okay, then on top of that, I just repeat again that continue to read, listen, study Lamrim. Then every day-to-day, our actions always try to use the Lojong teachings, to take our day-to-day experiences on the path. Then whenever get opportunity, conduct retreat, at least those of a retreat does not require initiations, Ngondo retreats. So the more you accumulate that, even to those tantric practitioners, your tantric blessings and benefits, realizations will be more effective. Some people do experience so much hardship when practicing tantra, feel empty of blessings. So difficult. It's simply is because of lacking of Ngondo practice. My answer to that is simply lacking of Ngondo practice. So if you want to make the tantric practices effective to you, then put effort in performing Ngondo retreats.
那么这个为了我们最后的这个目标，也就是在这个金刚乘里取得成就，那么修行密法能取得成就呢，这个是非常重要的基础，就是我们在之前的这些所谓加行的基础。很多时候，很多行者在修行密法密宗，或是在这个步入金刚乘之后，修行闭关有极大的障碍。甚至有很多的这个状况出现，其实这些这个理由是很简单的，就是缺乏好的加行的基础。OK， 甚至呢会有很大的这个危险。所以呢，这个前面的基础呢，真的是这个道中之圣啊，非常重要的这个准备功夫。我们准备功夫做得足呢，那么当然，当我们修行的火候到的时候，这个成就呢就比较容易取得成就。反过来呢，没有这个好的基础呢，就容易出差错。这是格西一旦跟我们强调的。
Okay, so on the basis of bodhicitta motivation and the refuge in Buddha Dhamma Sangha, then visualize in front of you, above the forehead, in the space. You visualize your root guru, such as Kyabje Lama Subarnbuche, or any other root gurus or gurus that you refer to, and understand that guru inseparable or oneness with all the Buddhas and all the other gurus, and who is the one representation of Buddha Dhamma Sangha also. Then you make the prayers of refuge and bodhicitta, for the guru's wishes, altruistic wishes to be fulfilled, and at the same time, oneself to receive all the blessings. So like that.
好，我们现在呢来做这个一起这个祈请，这个皈依的祈请修行。那么首先我们大家可以把心带回家，我们开始在身心呢安定下来的这个基础上，首先观想我们的根本上师，你可以观想你的皈依上师，或是任何你的师长，这个在你的面前的虚空，他聚合所有的上师，和所有的上师是无二无别的。那么观想呢，我们在他的面前，我们来至心的修行这个皈依四皈依。那么观想呢，上师的加持呢，能急速的加持我们，能圆满上师对我们的这个期望，也就是急速的正得殊胜的这个菩提心。那能像上师一样广泛的利益一切的如母有情，希望我们能成就上师对我们的希望，这样的一个发心呢，来修行皈依四皈依。
上界觉当作界觉那拉，将就八度大内家中前，大界接受界别从那么界，多拉边界上界住巴来就，上界觉当作界觉那拉，将就八度大内家中前，大界接受界别从那么界，多拉边界上界住巴来就，上界觉当作界觉那拉，将就八度大内家中前，大界接受界别从那么界。罗拉边界上界住不来修，上界觉当作界觉那拉，将就八度大内家中界，大界接受界别做那么界，罗拉边界上界住不来修， Sanje Jodang Zoje Jonang La Janju Badu Dani Jazoje Daje Jin Zoje Be Zonamje Dola Beje Sanje Drubajo Sanje Jodang Zoje Jonang La Janju Badu Dani Jazoje Daje Jin Zoje Be Zonamje Dola Beje Sanje Drubajo Sanje Jodang Zoje Jonang La Janju Badu Dani Jazoje Daje Jin Zoje Be Zonamje Dola Beje Sanje Drubajo Sanje Jodang Zoje Jonang La Janju Badu Dani Jazoje Daje Jin Zoje Be Zonamje Dola Benje Sanje Drubajo Sanje Jodang Zoje Jonang La Janju Badu Dani Jazoje Daje Jin Zoje Be Zonamje Dola Benje Sanje Drubajo Sanje Jodang Zoje Jonang La Janju Badu Dani Jazoje Daje Jin Zoje Be Zonamje Dola Benje Sanje Drubajo Sanje Jodang Zoje Jonang La Janju Badu Dani Jazoje Daje Jin Zoje Be Zonamje Dola Benje Sanje Drubajo Sanje Jodang Zoje Daje Jin Zoje Be Zonamje Dola Benje Sanje Drubajo Sanje Jodang Zoje Jonang La Janju Badu Dani Jazoje Daje Jin Zoje Be Zonamje Dola Benje Sanje Drubajo Sanje Jodang Zoje Jonang La Janju Badu Dani Jazoje Daje Jin Zoje Be Zonamje Dola Benje Sanje Drubajo Sanje Jodang Zoje Jonang La Janju Badu Dani Jazoje Daje Jin Zoje Be Zonamje Dola Benje Sanje Drubajo Sanje Jodang Zoje Jonang La Janju Badu Dani Jazoje Daje Jin Zoje Be Zonamje Dola Benje Sanje Drubajo Sanje Jodang Zoje Jonang La Janju Badu Dani Jazoje Daje Jin Zoje Be Zonamje Dola Benje Sanje Drubajo Sanje Jodang Zoje Jonang La Janju Badu Dani Jazoje Daje Jin Zoje Be Zonamje Dola Benje Sanje Drubajo Semje Damje Dewa Dang Deve Jodang Dembra Juje Semje Damje Dunga Dang Dunga Je Jodang Dawa Semje Damje Dunga Mebe Dewa Dang Medawa Juje Semje Damje Nire Jadang Nidang Dawe Danyong Lan Nebra Juroje Semje Damje Dewa Dang Deve Jodang Dembra Juje Semje Damje Dunga Dang Dunga Je Jodang Dawa Juje Semje Damje Dunga Mebe Dewa Dang Medawa Juje Semje Damje Nire Jadang Nidang Dawe Danyong Lan Nebra Juroje Semje Damje Dewa Dang Deve Jodang Dembra Juje Semje Damje Dunga Dang Dunga Je Jodang Dawa Semje Damje Dunga Mebe Dewa Dang Medawa Juje Semje Damje Nire Jadang Nidang Danyong Lan Nebra Juroje. So this visualize a guru who is inseparable from all the Buddhas. Now you visualize in the aspect of Mother Tara, who is the same essence of your guru and all the other Buddhas. Then visualize all the 21 Tara very vividly. Actualize it is complete celestial, and it is celestial beings as an object of our practice.
那么我们在这边呢，观想呢这个上师的加持、皈依的加持，融入于我们的身心。那在这边呢，在这边呢，再次观想，在这个虚空中，这个上师这个皈依境呢，它转化为21度母，在我们的面前的虚空上。那么21度母呢，它慈悲的加持以及圆满我们每一个人的所愿，所以很清楚的观想21度皈依境转变成21度母，然后在这边我们自心的向度母祈请，念诵度母赞。
So now we recite 21 Tara praises. O Boda la ye ne jo ne dam ye jang gu ne do je wa ba me je we la je de song san je de le ma zhe ma gu je je so so a da la me je be je sha je be mo la de ne bong ba gu ne de je zhe ma yo la cha za lo mo je zhe ma pa ma de ma la cha za lo cha za de ma yu ma ba mo ji ne ge je lo dang dang Chi de zong wo je je sha ye ge se sha wa la ne ju ma chan sa de je da wa guen do da wa ji ne je be sha ka ma don da zo ba na ma ra do je we wa ra ba ra ma chan sa zong wo je ne je je pe me chan ne na ba je ma jin ba zhen de ga do je wa su ba sam de je ye ni ma chanza de jen jebe zo do taye namba jeba jema mali baro jemba do be jebe seje jendo de ma chanza do da ra ye da jada nangwa ga ma jide do bo jebe ne de lo ba me ba go ba ne chanza je je me la chang ba lu la na zo wan ju je ma jun bo ra la de zan na ma da de je ju je de ne de chanza de je cha dang pe je baro jumbo rab do jo ma ye ja ye ga ja je ne de me ba do ba jin do ba ra ma chanza do re je ba je bo de je ba wo nam ba jo ma ju je chan ne do ne de je da bo tam je ma le se ma chanza gu jo sum jo cha je se ma do ga nam ba je ma le je je go lo je be ran je we je zo na do ma chanza rab do ga wa je be we je cha wa be Shambara je dara ye da je de wan ju ze ma chanza sa ji jong we zo na ma tam je go ba na ma nye zhe nie ye ba ye je hong ye pong ba tam je na ba zhuo ma chanza da be de bu we je je ba tam je shin do ba ra da be de ne o ba me le da ba shin do wa ra ze ma chanza ka ba da be me da ba be de we na ne ma ye ja ye go go ne go be da ye go ne na ba jo ma chanza sa ji ma la cha je de je ne je cha je do ma zhe nie zhen ze ye je hong ye ri ba du bo na me je chanza de ma je ma je ma ni nge de je je ye ni ma so om da yang da de be de ba chen bo jo ba ni chanza go ne go ra ga be da ye lu ne rab du ge ma ye je je be nga ne go be ri ba hong ne to ma ni chanza dure jane da be hunge na we sa be nye ma re da men da ra da be je ji de som na yo wa nye ma chanza la ye cho ya na re da da je ja da na ma da ra ni je be je ye je de na ma le pa ne se ma chanza la ye cho nam ja bo la da miem je de Kune goja gawa je je jana mela nye ba se ma chanza ni ma dawa je be je je bola ora se ma hara ni je de da ra shindo da bore ne se ma chanza de ni som da go we she we do da yang da de ma da da ro la ne je so jamba do re ra jo ni sa we nga je de ba de da chanza wa ne ni shu za je. So then recite the benefit of 21 Thara. Then the 7 limb practice and supplication prayers.
我们这边念诵这个持诵度母赞的这个功德以及驱之供养。
Lama la go yanda dembe le de ganje ra de je de so da dora lambra jenne dembe me je dam je ra de ba dam je ra do je wa nyen do dam je jom ba nyen do ja wa je wa da do nam je nyo do wa ne go an jo la de le je wa nyen ne do je san je go ban da do de do de de ne ta bo jen bo ene ba je an do wa za ba da ne do wa nye jan dembe ra do za wa nye do de na rim na de je se be do ma so ne nam bra ban de sim je chen ba nam la yang ni zum den do ngom bra je na bu de ba ne bu do je je no da ba ne no do ni do de ba tam je to bra je la ke na mi de ba tam je to bra je la je na me je zo zo jom jo ro che je je ba ma do ma da je je de zong jo ba ye ja wa se da je ba na ku ne da ye cha je wo men do de ba ma me che ze ro mo la zo ba ngo jam ye je de ne bo ba be sa nam je zo zo to ma me ne da de ba ra mi ge ju dan sa me sen ne ni mo wan ju be je ba tam je je ba je ni de ran ja chan ju se so so je wo la so be de sum je wa je sa Sonam la ne da ye ra sim je nam je sam ba da lu ye je na je da wa je ju tu mo te ba ye je je ko lo ko do so ko wa je se ma dong bra ni nge me da tu je do nga ja zo je a ye sim je nam la je zo zo da je so nam je sa ba tam je chang ju 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 ne ri bo me do do wa ten be ba do da ju ro je Chizwe chumde de ma do je je da dan da ye sim je dam je je zhen ye cha je zo nye nyu zo ne zo be san je do bra ze do de ma do je ze ra gun do yang la da mi de wa jo do ne tam je jen bra do ba je ba la pa je den je ren da ne la zo de me je wa je ba na zo da me la nyen da se ma nyen ba da je ba ja zo nye wa shi wa se wa Nyudo sheshe mebra zedo zo, jide le ne de ba ye, dashi de le buzon zo mana, peche jawe da nama le ba, peme lunje dubra zedo, dola zenje danje bewa da, dado judo jadon donwa da, donye dondo janse rinpo je, yango dada peche jabra jawe jengo zache kawa de, bengo damba shindo zele je, nawa taye jawe mujondo, londe bayan daje terdosh, daje zara ngone drebe la, dezo sanje kunje tele ma, munjo shaje chanye. Nyushe ma yunjo, bandam je tashi sho, jayon dhoma je kunje rada, korda kuche cheta shingamda, cheche chenzo sambo jirawa, teta kona daso chorash. Jala deje sowa tabe de, daso kanto nebe zajo de, neta ubo tabje shiwa, chetan tashi bewa. Zedo zo om dare dure zo ha om dare dure zo om dare dure zo ha om dare dure om dare dure zo ha om dare dure zo ha om dare dure zo ha om dare dure zo om dare dure zo ha om dare dure zo ha om dare dure zo om dare dure zo ha om dare dure zo ha om dare dure zo Omodare dure zo ha omodare dure zo ha omodare dure zo 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 ha. So now I dedicate the merit for all the gurus a long life, good health and long life, fulfill of their holy wishes. Also dedicate for each and every one of you and your family members good health and long life, and also dedicate for world peace and happiness, harmony. Yeah.
那么这边呢，我们回向呢，把这个功德、共修的功德，首先回向给我们尊贵的上师们，能长寿健康、长久住世、永转法轮。那么也把这个功德回向给自己家人的长寿健康，一切的这个一切的如法的愿望都能如法的实现。那么当然回向，把这个功德回向给世界和平。远离一切战事这个人们这个安康。
Jawande nyododa bama drama druvyane dowaje jamale ba de zala gbarai jo tobzo chanje jangwe jave de zenjo bebe konzo dobo shi chozon go le me dodo dazo de je gondo shabden jo je la me guze rabden je namga dele jojo jemboda mozan tembe me zazum Meze dado jejur je jewa godo yanda lama dan jame cheje bela lonjo je sadan lam je yonde rabzon doje janje gomba nyodoro jo jambe bawe jedra jemba dan gundo zambo deyan de jenje dada gwenje joso dalo jawa de da damje rabdo ngo de so jebe jawa tamje de ngo gana jodo ngaba daje jewe zawa de gunja sambo jeje rabdo ngo warai je pama semje tamje tenan de jur Niendo tamje dado dongwa dan janjo semba gana sujo ba de da gunje molam do juro je bedan zowa mige be yeshe no ko basam semje rewa gunze be samba jeje de be da je jo nyemon dele zendele nyime goyan dele inze dado dele be gunjo sumje Also, we do the light offering.
来做供灯，灯明。
Om ahum, om ahum, om ahum, Omo Namo Bhagavate Bezasara Bamandane Tadagataya Harahati Samesam Buddha Tayado Bezabezama Bezama Bezabezama Bezama Bezamezama Budimiro Tamana Bezawagama or Anabijodana Bezezo Monamo Bhagavate Bezasara Bamandane Tadagataya Harahati Samesam Buddha Tayado Bezabezama Bezama 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 Bezamezama Budimiro Tamana Bezawagama or Anabijodana Bezezo Namo Bhagavate Bezasara Bamandane Tadagataya Harahati Samesam Buddha Tayata Bezabezama Bezama Bezamezama Bezama Damana Beza Zawagama or Anabijodana Benze. So, Gunjo, Sumje Dembada, Sanjeta, Janju Sambadam, Jinja, Sunye Yozo, Bemada, Chimboda, Suji, and Abada, Sumje Major. Doje de Genio do Dobara, Joro, Je, Om Benza, Aragam, Badam, Bebe, Debe, Alonge, Gende, Nude, Shabda, Dade, Zanzo, Om Benza, Alonge, Om Benza, Alonge, Om Benza, Alonge, Om Benza, Alonge, Om Benza, Alonge. Om benza longe, om benza longe, om benza longe, om benza longe, om benza longe. Jawa de nyuto da lama sanje dubyo ne dowa chi jamale. De zalangu barai jo. Jumde de jabada jamba yanda ba zobe sanje namana zewe jabala chazal. 자주 zemba jembo kudo zambola jazalo daya da ombeza de obdane zom dro zam yeso daya da ombeza de obdane zom dro zam yeso daya da ombeza de obdane omo dro zam yeso daya da ombeza de obdane zom dro zam yeso daya da ombeza de obdane zom dro zam yeso daya da ombeza de obdane omo dro zam yeso daya da ombeza de obdane zom dro zam yeso daya da ombeza de obdane omo dro zam yeso jomle de jabada joma anda ba zobe sanje ngo da mola ta jera to be jabola chazelo mejo se je jabe Tende Luan Mebe. Dajela Zanda Beduna Yanamda Mebe Never do your jet, Tambaji Dengam to Juma, Tambani Vision, Tende Polo. Tamba Yure Nebe Tashi Show. Okay, thank you. Now question answer.
And 我们现在可以来，我们来做一个，可以来来这个做问答啊，做问答。那么同学们有，特别是跟皈依以及在家五戒的，有任何的这个问题呢，可以来这边问。那我们在这边呢，我们大家也学习用个举手的方式，好吗？这个大家会不会做这个举手啊？这有这个3个点点。这个3个点点的旁边是不是有个应用啊？有个叫应用，应用呢，你看像我这样就举手了，看到没有？有问题的话手放下，我们可以来做一个举手的活动。So we can do the hand raising first. I got somebody number 1. Who is number 1? 这个 come Tim 哈。I guess continue. You're good to go then. Okay, continue. 可以先问。你可以。You can unmute yourself. Yeah.
Sheila, Ashitele, homework for the 110,000 prostration, 大礼拜. Can we break one day and do we have to non-stop for 110,000?
So as a form of a retreat, you cannot break even a day. The number that you accumulate on the first day, the first session. So the way to do that, an example, if you start today you start maybe you go in front of your altar, then sit down, then do proper motivation, of course bodhicitta motivation, then take refuge, so spend some time for proper motivation, the purpose of doing this retreat. Then just do 3 prostration, enough for today, 3 prostration. So that is the minimum requirement every day until you accomplish 100,000. Okay. If in case if the retreater got sick, hospitalized, then it's okay. No choice. It's okay. Buddha have given permission. If someone is sick, you can take a break, no problem. Otherwise, you have to discipline minimum 3. Then from the second day onward, sometimes you can do 100, sometimes you can do just 10 or a minimum 3. So according with your available of time. Then on the last day, the last session also complete with 3. The last session, complete with 3. So it's good to do 110,000. So 10,000 is just a supplement if in case you didn't properly count or sometimes there's motivation is not correct. Sometimes there's a delusions, obstacles of delusions, etc. So to supplement that, so you do 10,000 extra. So you altogether will be 110,000. Then on the last day, after the 3 prostration, then spend some time to do as elaborate dedication as possible. And your retreat is complete.
好，这个师兄的问题是说，如果我们做6加行中的大礼拜的加行，开始在家里做了，那如果是在做的同时，如果是其中有一天断了，那这个还算不算闭关？格西说啊，如果你是把它作为加行的这个10万遍，10万遍就加1000，对吧？10万遍就是11万遍的话，那你不能断。如果你断了一天不做，那你要从头开始。那格西说建议就是说，你至少呢一天要做3个礼拜，3次礼拜。如果比如说你一天已经做了1000个，第二天你有一天你没有力气，但你至少不能断，就是做3个礼拜，三次顶礼，这样就不算断了。那最后那天呢，可以再也做以3个礼拜来结束，再加上这个一个完整的回向，那这就是算是一个这个闭关呢。刚才跟大家解释一下，刚刚格西说，作为6加行的闭关，大礼拜是一个不需要得到这个口传或是灌顶就可以随时可以开始的一个闭关10万遍再加1000遍，就叫说11万遍的这个闭关。OK。
Then during that year, or even after you complete 110,000, pray hard and find opportunity to go to Bodh Gaya, where Buddha enlightened. Then there you spend, as many days as possible. At least few days. Do about 4 sessions of prostration. You wake up early morning around 3-4 o'clock. Then you divide 4 sessions of prostration doing throughout the day. It will be so meaningful. With the reason of you are conducting the retreat or conducted the retreat, then able to visit Bodh Gaya and able to do some prostration going to be amazingly meaningful. Because in Bodh Gaya, when you do 1 prostration, as equal as doing, I think 1 million prostration, I think, something like that.
那这边讲了说，如果说你完成了加行闭关10万遍以后，一定要好好发愿呢，有机会去佛的成道的这个布德迦耶、波伽亚，到那个地方向正觉塔面前呢，再去做这个顶礼，做一些典礼，在那边功德呢增长，做1遍的顶礼呢，等于大礼拜呢，等于呢1个亿的大礼拜。所以你一定要这样发愿哦，如果能在这个佛的成道的这个圣地正觉塔面前再去做一些礼敬，那你这个闭关呢就是非常圆满啊，非常好。
Then when you start, you do bit lesser. Then after you warm up, then you do a lot. Then when you ending the retreat, do less and lesser. So that way your body will adjust well. You can do that. Or even within the day, if you are doing full day prostration, you do lesser in the morning, then the daytime during the sleepy period, you get up and do prostration as much as possible. And then at the end, you just, do a little bit, then go to rest like that.
刚刚讲说，在波加亚的话，如果能到圣地呢，就是早上3点钟、4点钟起床，一天4座，拜4遍，4座这样拜，这样呢也是一个算是一个非常圆满的闭关哈。那么这个闭关的一些呢，就是说你可以在开始的时候呢少拜一些，慢慢的数量增多，然后呢到最后呢再慢慢少下来，这样子一个这个波级型的哈，开始少拜几少，每天的数字可以少一点，那最后再增广这样。
Yeah. So I'm not boasting, but just for the encouragement, I have done my homework, my part about prostration. During my study in Sarah, every day about 100 long prostration, then accomplish more than 100,000 times. Then after that, went specifically to Bodh Gaya, dedicated few months to do 100,000 proper retreat. Dedicated prostration retreat. So at least 2 proper rounds done. And when you do younger time, it's better. Physically, it's easier. Now all of you young, all of us is still young. Still can.
格西说他不是这个故意来这个自夸，他说他呢，格西说他已经做过这个功课，那么特别是在色拉氏出家的时候，每天呢都有100遍，后来呢也闭关性的完成了10万遍，那么也特别呢到了那个波加亚佛的成道地方呢，完成了3个多月的这个大礼拜闭关，所以他非常自豪的说呢，他也完成了他的功课。那格西说我们大家都还没有年纪很大，那当然是年纪轻的时候做最好啊，年轻时候有力量嘛，多做这样子。他说我们大家不是很大这样。
Simple experience. When you are doing prostration, early morning. Then throughout the day, the mind becomes so alert, body becomes so fresh. So I remember that whenever you complete the prostration, you can study better, even though you spend quite a time for prostration. Sometimes feel like you wasted a lot of time from study, but actually, because of doing prostration, both body and mind become so serviceable for the study. Or any other work, Sometimes in the monastery we are assigned to do kitchen work. So every few months we until many years, during when you are junior, until you reach Vinaya class, you have to go to the kitchen to do cooking, help. So when you go to kitchen work for 2 days, morning 1 o'clock. During my time, you have to go to the kitchen, midnight. Then until late evening, non-stop work. Literally 2 days time, you will get very sick. But then when you do prostration, actually give you full of energy. In fact, you get less tired. So the reason I'm saying here, many of you have very busy life. Need to take care of children, need to go to work. Then you may think that where God I have time for prostration. And if I do prostration, I'm going to be very tired at my work, very tired to take care of children. You may think like that. So it's other way, you will get the other effect. So I'm telling you from my experience.
那这边呢这个做大礼拜的一些诀窍，就是早上的时候呢，早点起身做。那么如果能连续的做大礼拜，其实对我们的工作学习呢都会有庞大的帮助。因为这个大礼拜呢，它帮忙打开我们的身心，特别是我们的所谓气脉。所以呢，格西的这个经验就是说，他做大礼拜的时候啊，他的学习的这个效果是特别明显，特别的棒啊，学习的效果。 所以呢，我们呢就能有升起一个次序，升起一个好的习惯。那么每天的坚持的这样做，特别是早上早一点做呢，都会对我们的身心有很大帮助的。
And also, if there are people who tendency of having depression, low self-esteem, depression, unhappy, and easy to get angry. Then also you have a problem of losing memory. If you have that kind of problem, prostration will be so beneficial, so beneficial. Then of course, as far as concerned with your mobility of your body, definitely is so helpful. It really stretches from crown to toe. When you do the long prostration properly.
那么还有一个这个重点呢，他就说这个大礼拜呢，对那些比较容易沮丧或者有这个缺乏自信的人，特别是精神上有沮丧、忧郁症的人呢，这是非常有庞大的帮助，因为他这个是真的是可以说是一个可以对付沮丧以及这个心理问题的一个良药。那么如果大家如果有这方面的困难，不妨试一试大礼拜。
Then you don't have to go out in the rainy day, and the hot sun to jogging, walking, all those. Once you do prostration, you don't need all this. Then you don't have to waste any money to go to gym. All the you save, you see. And basically, most of homes, mostly either very, 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 very smooth tiles or smooth wooden floor. So easy to do, there's one that I use here. There's one very good. Maybe can get in. So it's so easy to do, especially on the carpet. So then those of you, if in case you have a proper, big space in your house, but at the same time, you feel like you need a prostration wood plank, then you can also make easily. You can make.
那个就是说，如果是真的是好好的做大礼拜，我们就不需要去健身房了。你可以不要大热天跑出去跑步，可以省点钱，不用去健身房，效果呢可能是更好，效果也一定很好。那么还有大礼拜呢，其实也可以，你可以做一些有帮助大礼拜的一些这个道具，比如说那个用一个平的这个木板，在木板上面以及这个木板的这个滑手，这样子的话呢，就做起来很方便，很容易的。
Yeah, but otherwise no need to make anything. Just use your floor, easy. So one thing important is
家里地板就可以做。
One thing important is you make quite a like maybe at least like 4 or 5 inch kind of thick soft pillow or kind of blankets, you make like that. Then where you can rest your 2 knee. So that's important because soft one to protect your 2 knee. So you make like that, then I think many of you are familiar with prostration. So just need to do it.
重点就是说，你可以保护一下自己的膝盖，比如说在这个膝盖下面呢，垫一些这个布，或是垫一些这个地毯啊什么的。那一般在家里，如果地毯很滑的话，就可以做了。那你保护自己的膝盖啊，在膝盖下面垫一些毛巾啊，或者地毯啊，或者什么布啊，这样子呢就可以了。所以这个不需要特别去做什么大摆，在家里的地板就可以做了啊。
And also, today's time, many people, want to lose weight, and the prostration is the best. Long prostration is the best way to lose weight. If you want to make your tummy flat, then prostration is the best.
对那些要减肥的人，要想这个减肥，要调身材的，让大肚子变小肚子的，这个做大礼拜是真的没有比这个更好的健身哦。
Then, so some people want to have a muscle, then do prostration, you have muscle also.
也可以健强我们的肌肉，让肌肉更加结实，是非常
So
好
you
的。
get all the spiritual benefit, mundane benefit,
Something
everything.
is showing
all
off
one.
right now. He's showing off his muscle right now.
So I hope today I become a good salesman of prostration, hopefully.
其实希望今天他是一个非常好的这个推荐大礼拜的这个推销员，他做的很好的一个工作。
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we stop here about prostration. Otherwise, if I look at the benefit, then you will take them. So better don't touch that. You read yourself.
我们这边先暂停。Somebody also on this question alone, that just add one question. Say, do we need to chant any mantra while doing full prostration?
Oh yeah, you can chant Vajrasattva mantra, 35 Buddha's prayer. You can chant refuge, refuge prayer. I prostrate to Buddha, I prostrate to Dhamma Sangha, I prostrate to Guru, like that. Or you can just 10,000 you dedicate to Guru. I prostrate to Guru, I prostrate to Guru. 10,000 you can dedicate to Buddha. I prostrate to Buddha, I prostrate to Buddha, like that. So it's so flexible. Whatever you can afford to do, you can do it. No problem. Or just recite this Om Namo Minzu Shiriya, Namo Sushiri, Namo Odamo Minzu Shiriya. So, the prostration mantra that multiplies the impact also.
Some people don't know.
You can recite 21 Tara prayers also. You can recite 21 Tara prayers while doing prostration also.
这个问题是说啊，有个人问题说，我们礼拜的时候要不要念什么咒语？可惜说你们都可以随意的念，比如说念这个皈依佛、三皈依、四皈依啊，念四皈依的这个咒语，也可以念这个Om Namo Manju Shriya Namo Sushriya Namo Udam Shriya Soha 这个礼拜的这个咒语，也可以念这个21度母赞，也可以念金刚萨埵，都可以念啊，你可以配合着念。
Yeah, you can also integrate the Nyungne, the practice, the Bodha, the prostration prayer from Nyungne. You can also integrate that also.
那么在净饮十灾里面也有一些这个净饮十灾的仪轨中也有这个礼敬的这个所谓的这个礼赞文。如果你也比较认真的话，也可以用礼赞文来念。Yeah. 刚才中国同学中是不是还有另外一个先举手的同学？叫什么
I try to answer short one, okay? So you can ask many questions.
Yeah, 我们大家尽量来简短一点，让大家多一点同学可以问。刚才那个诚信中华之前还有一个同学举手的，叫什么名字的？你也不手举，你放下来了，我找不到你了。叫什么的？哦，不见了。那么诚信中华，那是青玉还是青玉先举的吧 ？OK， 好，青玉同学，你可以问，你可以问，打开麦。请问呢？您的青玉，你可以
老师可以听到吗？
可以，您说。
哦，是的，好的，顶礼阁西老师好。然后就是学生有这么一个问题啊，就之前在别的学院已经学过将近10年的时间，就是后来呢，因为环境的原因，就是学院这边给停下来了。不能再集中的上课。那么有一次偶然的机会，就是听到格西讲课，就很欢喜，就跟着，刚好是讲到后面，菩萨戒的时候，刚好跟着就一块儿听了，然后遇见索巴仁波切开示，也就特别有信心，然后就是皈依的时候也参加了。那么现在就是有一个问题，就是大家在说的时候，就是说因为是不同的这么一个。派别，那么到最后修到最后的时候，就一些所依，比如说，本尊呀、护法呀，可能都有所不同。因为之前的上师也是特别的有恩德，那么学他们的也是一个次序学下来的。那现在就是说， 到后面是不是会有有这么是有冲突的地方，就想要请格西给解答一下。阿弥陀佛啊。
非常好的问题，其实应该问这个问题。So so she had been studying Dharma with some other class for 10 years, tradition. And of course, due to external conditions, and the class has stopped. And very, very accidentally, she came to the class, our class, through the Bodhisattva practice or the teaching. And then also she was very happy and very delighted to feel great benefit from Geshe-la's teaching, as well as met Gakyo Rinpoche, Lama Zopa Rinpoche, and took refuge as well. I feel very delighted. One question she does have is that in the past, there, she being studied different lineages, or wondering that she's very delighted to studying this, joining us to study right now. Just wondering whether in the future, due to differences in lineages, there are different deities and protectors and things like this, whether there's any conflict she should be worried about in the future. Yeah.
If you are genuinely pursuing Dharma knowledge, then there's no conflict. If you don't fall prey of limited wisdom, false teacher, then there's no pulling here and there. It's every tradition's teaching is a valid teaching. Every yana's teachings are the valid teaching. All different yana, all different tradition teachings serve, some as a preliminary, some as a main body practice, some as a resultant practice, some as conditional practice, some play as an inspirational role. So all supplement each other. And when you meet a valid teacher, will never condemn any other valid teaching. Will correct you if the false teacher, false teaching, but otherwise, yeah. So yes. So as long as you are genuinely pursuing the Dharma and study, study well. So there's one important thing can keep in heart in order not to you to feel conflict, and also not to fall into prey of someone infusing you to conflict within different tradition, within different teachings. The way to do that is don't rely on the person, rely on the teaching. The teaching also don't rely on the interpretive teaching. You rely on the definitive teaching. Definitive teaching, so yeah, so that way, then you will not go wrong.
那么老师说呢，这个是非常好的问题。那首先呢，如果我们是一个诚心诚意、至心诚恳的求学的、求解脱的，你的发心是纯正，为了求解脱而认真学习的，那么无论你是你学什么教派都不会有冲突，只要你学习的法是纯净的法，你依止的师长传承是纯净的一个传承，它不是有误的，那么就不会有这个，所以一切以发心为事。那么特别呢，如果是我们是诚心诚意的认真在下功夫学习的，为了求学，为了这个解脱求学而发心的，那么呢，一个纯净的一个教派，一个纯净的法脉，一个纯净的师长，永远不会说有这个一个派系之分的这种见解。那如果呢，但是一个具格的上师，一个纯净具格的上师， 那么不会有这样的一个因法脉而分别心的一个这种偏见。但是如果你是跟错了，不纯净的，你是跟随了一个有误的这个老师也好，或者法脉也好，那么一个具格的上师应该如理的指出，那应该如理指出的。所以呢，为了一个让大家有一个更好的一个比较容易分别正确和错误之分呢，那么一个好的方法呢，就是我们中文讲的说是依法不依人重点。那么我们学习呢，应该是以法为主，以法为主，而不是某一个人。那在这个依人的方面呢，那么法上面呢，也有这个所谓这个无误的，可以说我们中文可以讲说正宗之法。那么也有呢，经过诠释的我们叫说这个诠释之法。那么依法呢，应该是来依呢无误的这个可以说科判的无误之法，而不要去依这些经过个人的这个诠释而产生的法。所以重点就是依法不依人。
So in short, don't depend on the person, or particular teacher, whatever. Depend on the Dharma, the teaching. The teaching also don't depend on the word, depend on the meaning. The meaning also don't depend on interpretive meaning, depend on definitive meaning. So if you carry this 4 guidelines when you pursue Dharma, then you won't go wrong.
那么所以呢，我们讲依法，所以重点再讲一次，就是要依法不依人。那么依法呢，依的法呢，不是嘴巴说出来的法，或者文字言字，而是以他的这个法义。那么依法义呢，不能只是这个加以诠释的法义，而是他实际的无误的真实的法义。所以呢，这个是一个最好的一个，可以说一个辅助工具所以重点就是说，你自心的为了求解脱而学习呢，教派之分呢，不应该是你的障碍，特别是在前面的这些加行的部分特别是在这些应该是，这后面是我这个翻译自己加上去的后面这句话就是说不应该，重点格西来讲就是依法不依人，这是最重要的一个Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. I guess Suki, you had hands raised for a long time. So it's a short question. Yeah. So down your hand.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I hear you.
So first I want to start with a compliment to Geshe-la. He's the perfect salesman because what he's offering us doesn't cost any money.
Yes, true.
Yes, yes. 这位师兄说要夸奖格西，他是最好的这个推销者，对法的推销呢是不需要花任何钱，非常好。Yeah.
I am a free gift, complimentary gift.
格西说他是这个买1送1的，是免费的他的这个礼物是免费的是赚到的。Okay.
With so much joy, so much joyous effort.
Then 2 questions. If Geshe-la could make a short comment about making the prostrations while reciting the 35 confession Buddha names. And also the second question is 3 prostrations the minimum, like to keep your commitments?
The first question about 35 Buddha, I didn't get it. What do you say?
If you could comment on doing the prostrations while reciting the names of the 35 confession Buddhas. There is a practice like that in FPMT.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Usually, I mean, in most cases, from all the different Tibetan Buddhist tradition, when we do prostration retreat, one of the main prayer that we recite is 35 Buddha's prayers. It is a very powerful confession practice, purification practice. It is also a very powerful accumulations of merit practice. At the same time, you actualize, connection to 35 Buddhas. Each Buddha has so many different individual characteristic that will benefit development of your spiritual practice. So that's first thing. Then the second one is, what do you say?
You said at the end of the retreat to make 3 prostrations. So I'm asking, is it correct to say that in order to keep your commitments, and each person have different commitments, the minimum is 3? Like if you've taken refuge or you've taken bodhisattva vow, are you committed to make 3?
No, the number is, can be just 1 also, or can be 10, because usually we do 3 prostration traditionally, and it is quite easy to do. If in case, on the way during the retreat, if you get sick, you're unable to perform many, but minimum you can perform that, that very much 3, So mainly because of that, there's no other kind of set number to be done. So it's just suggestion only.
这个问题我们就长话短说，因为这个可能这个师兄问到，有时候在大礼拜的时候能不能这个诵这个35佛的名号，让格西讲讲这个问题。可是说当然是非常好，我们念诵30佛名号呢，每一个佛呢有它这个净业以及加持的净除某一种业的这个功德，所以每35佛。每一个佛都有特别的这个净业的功德，所以我们35佛配合大礼拜是非常好的。那么另外一个问题呢，他也问到说，是不是如果说不要断的话，至少每天要3次呢？可是说是的，我就说你至少的这个数字呢，就是3个3次。So we have another 这个诚信中华师兄，你有举手对吧？你可以来问。
我尽力啊，可以吗？能听到我说话吗？顶礼格西拉，有这样的一个问题啊，弟子在想这个5戒中，是否犯戒，盗戒这个问题，就是比如说我们在朝圣期间，经常呢就是取一些圣物，就圣土啊、圣水呀，但是没有意识，去放钱。比如在菩提伽耶这种场合下，我们看到菩提树的有籽，它接着说有人说可以吃，我们拿起就吃了，但没有意识到要付钱，这个算不算盗戒？如果犯了的话，该如何补救？有些地方可能有些圣地可能不可能再去了，那么这种情况下怎么补？再就是我们的用途，取的这些圣物呢，通常回来的时候呢，一个是供在佛堂里，或作为圣物做，或者是呢有些做叉叉的去水洗，再就是装帐的水洗。那还有剩一些，这个有没有什么犯盗戒该怎么补救的问题？就是弟子有这么个疑惑。谢谢师父。
先问这个问题，你讲的是布德伽耶去拿了树叶还是拿土？你讲的
树叶、土都有的，
没有去做供养，没有对这个寺院做供养，是吧？这个意思。
后期有菩提伽耶的还好一些，但吃的时候呢，吃东西时候吃这个菩提子，并没想到该供养。
OK，
可能过后就忘了。
So she is asking a very good question regarding the 5 labels regarding stealing, the definition of stealing. Now, the case is like this. That sometimes, like, we go to holy places like Bodhgaya. Sometimes that there is the leaves, right? You take the leaves, the Bodhi leaves, or there were Bodhi seed. She's saying that to take the blessing Bodhi seed and just eaten. But if eaten without forgot to make offering to the monastery at the time, or taking the leaves, or taking the earth to go home, put on the altar for worshiping, but did not make offering. Is that considered part of the breaking the vows with stealing? And if we do, how to purify particular stealing?
So the stealing, the object has to be defined as a value that either by the object, the value like money, or the object that which owned by the people or by the people, and there's a restriction for someone to take without permission, then it becomes stealing. Otherwise, like in Bodh Gaya, those those live on the floor. Then those Buddha tree sits on the floor. So they're picking up those and taking. No one stop you. Everybody takes it. No one minds taking it. And at the same time, it doesn't harm the tree, and it and also just taking a bit of dust from the soil there, because people, the owner there, the caretaker there, they don't mind it, but then plucking part of stones from monuments, or even you take the soil, but if you take a lot that which will affect the land there, then it will become stealing, if you don't ask permission. So, but so anyway, the leaves and all this, everybody takes. So I don't think that's a stealing. If in case anything that qualified to be stealing, then very much either you return back. That's one of the way. Otherwise, if there's no way to return back, then you do purification practice, like 4 opening power, Vajrasattva. Then but still, I think it may not be a complete karma of stealing. Because you may not have the intention, there has to be 4 factors has to be completed to have a complete karma of stealing. So there may be some negative, so then it will be purified with any antidotes like Vajrasattva practice, forbidden power, like that. But very hard to, in that kind of circumstances, very hard to commit the full karma of stealing.
Just to clarify, the definition has to be, first of all, that object have some kind of value, monetary value, right?
Yeah.
That's number one. Second is the person who take ownership of that has to have recognition that is being stolen or mine being stolen, right?
No need a recognition. It requires permission to take. Because sometimes, the owner may not know even you take, isn't it? So it is something that only can be taken with the permission. Then you take without permission. Otherwise,
That's two definitions, right? Not 3, right? That's it. Basically,
it's not a true definition, but they have 2 possibilities.
Possibility, OK. 好，这边讲说这个有关这个偷盗的这个业呢，首先呢，这个我们我们可以来认可什么叫做偷盗。第一呢，这个东西物质本身要有它的价值，一般的价值是这个钱财上的价值这个价值。第二呢，这个东西的拥有者，也就是个主人呢，他呢就是这个东西是属于某一个这个主人，那么你要去拿它呢，应该要得到这个主人的同意。那么有这2个因素呢，算是一个这个有关这个偷盗的一个业呢，是跟这2个因素有关。那如果说，比如说你是这个叶子或者这个纸，它已经在地上呢，或者是它并没有一个 拥有它的主人的这棵树，也没有这个主人也不会因为丧失了这个叶子或者这个而去觉得说有所被侵犯，那么这个就应该不能算为一个偷盗的行为。那么如果这个如果是它是有所属的，你没有问，那么拿到的话，那么这个竞业的方法呢有二，第一个呢就是还到，把这个东西还回去，有条件的话，那么如果没有条件呢，那就是要去修这个竞业法门，比如说这个用4力忏悔的方法去忏悔这个取他人所属的东西的这个业，所以重点就是这个主人呢要有所察觉，并且呢有所损失，并且呢，如果说他并没有察觉，也并没有任何的实际上的损失的话，或是那么就应该不算是。所以这个偷盗的业呢有4种啊，这个业要成熟呢，要4个条件都成熟的时候，才能算是一个完整的一个业的行为就是说有这个我和他互相的这个我方他方，以及他的这个损失，以及他的察觉，这四个条件。那么还有一个办法，就是说这个如果说比如说这块地是属于这个某一个机构的，或者这个寺院的，那么你是在这个你去用这个器具去挖去这个地，那没有得到他们同意的话，那这是比较是明显的偷盗这个侵犯的行为。所以呢以你这么讲一个子什么，他并没有一个实际的这个所有者，有这个主人，所以应该不算是一个偷盗的行为。
There are objects that which not owned by human, but it could be owned by, like nagas, landlords, spirits, like elemental spirits, etc., like that. So therefore, anything you take from nature, in your heart, you ask permission, which is good. That I take for these meaningful purposes, and may whatever virtue they may be, I share with whoever own it. So like that. Then like a flower, like wildflower, you pick a wildflower, you offer to Buddha. So you offer on behalf of all those beings that who may be owning, like those landlords may be owning them, maybe belong to them. Maybe that flower very much exists very much because of their karma there, you see. So it's good to have that heart, then safe.
那么当然有些东西呢，它是不属于这个人类的，比如说龙族、天人，有一些花草，特别是龙族呢，他们会有一些地方是属于龙族的。那么在那种情况下呢，你去向他问他允许，比如说有些花草它是属于龙族的，那龙族比如说这是翻译家的一句，龙族特别不喜欢他的地方被弄脏了，这个那如果是这样的情况，非人的情况下，应该去问一下，得到他们的允许，像特别是花草
Many negativities. There are some by nature is negative. Some are by the act can be negative. So it can be quite subtle if you go more detail.
有很多行为呢，它的本身呢，它看行为的这种性质，这个行为本身发心，这个行为本身呢就是有恶意的。有些行为本身呢，它并不是有恶意，它可以说是缺乏恶意的。那么以这个来以这个出发呢，就不会有任何的问题。就看这个发心和这个行为本身的性质。OK。
Okay, if no question, we can stop.
Well, the LS, you have a question. If it's not too long, please ask. Sai, yes.
Thank you. Yeshila, Actually, I have one question that I'm scared to ask, but then I thought I would like to ask. Okay.
Yes, please ask.
Yeah. I heard Kecil Lama Chopa Rinpoche said Kandola shed tears when he see someone place the Buddha statue on the ground. Okay. So about 3 years ago, I tried to make a replica of a Buddha statue from a master copy given by Somnamna from RJL, because they want to do the 1000 wall Buddha. So I make a mold from that because it's the first time I try to do it. So the mold was not very well done, but because I want to test how does this the replica look like, so I go ahead with the doing the actual, I mean the Buddha statue, because it's by using cement and then try to get a smooth finishes on the statue. So inside place some wire mesh, and then also place some plastic or fibers to try so that the statue or the cement Buddha will not crack or this thing. So because the master mold was not well done, then the outcome was the Buddha statue was also not very well done. So because I treat that as my sample and all these things, so I did place on the ground, and in fact try to, after a few days when the cement cure and all these things, I try to test how strong is that. So by normally, I mean, I'm a civil engineer, so a very simple test is just throw the sample and then see how how strong is that.
I see. Okay, I understood.
So
no problem. You did everything with a scientist mind, so so it happens. So you didn't do knowingly, so it's okay. It happens like
that. When I try to think back, I think I did know that it may not proper to place on the ground, but then somehow at that time it does not alert me to be very cautious about this.
Yes. Okay, I give you a good suggestion. Because the RGR Retreat Center, they're going to build the 1000 Buddha wall. So when they start the project, whenever you're free, you go and help there. You go and help to beautify the Buddha wall. Yeah, maybe, who knows? Maybe that's leading you there. But don't worry about it. Don't worry. You didn't do knowingly. It happened from the scientific point of mind. So yeah, it has to be like that. So it's okay. Yeah.
这个师兄的这个问题啊，他很难过呢，说因为呢听到我们的上师仁波切讲说啊，这个空行武上师呢看到别人把佛像放到地上的时候呢，那个空行武上师呢就难过的哭了，因为呢这个把佛像放在地上呢，会造作了庞大的恶业。他呢，这个师兄说他是一个科学家，他是一个工程师。他在以前学佛的时候不大懂的时候呢，有一次呢，为了这个琢磨这个佛像到底是怎么样组装啊，大概是这个意思。所以呢，他就把佛像放在地上去研究这个佛像的这个成分还是怎么样。 但后来呢，最近在皈依这个开示中，听到仁波切讲说，这个把佛像放在地上犯了这么这个滔天大罪呢，他就非常的难过，说他非常愚蠢的不知道犯下这么样的重罪，是不是这个这个万赦不服了这样的一个行为？那可惜说呢，那么因为他不了解，因为不知道呢，当然这个过患呢是可以去对治的。当然，虽然是有过患，但是我们应该还是可以情有可原。重点呢，就是说，对佛像所造的任何的这些恶业呢，我们应该去尽量的去忏悔之外呢，同样呢，应该去创造一些能对治这些，培养这个对佛像升起这个功德的一些行为。比如说，格西开玩笑说给他一个建议，我们阿基奥的这个在马来西亚中心将要修这个佛像的they're building the wall of Buddha or
Thousand Buddha wall.
他将要建造这个1000尊佛的这个围墙具有1000尊佛的围墙。那么这个格西就建议这位师兄呢为这个事情去发点心，去做义工，去为建造佛像以来这个忏悔自己的恶业。那这是很好的一个对治方法。OK。
And also, most importantly, you understood Rinpoche's teaching. It's very, 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 very. You understood Rinpoche's teaching, and you take it very serious, and you apply it for your own experience. So that itself is amazing. So that is good realization and blessing. So just now your tear, I think, should be a good tear, Dharma tears.
重点说，格西赞扬说，重点是你了解，并且有把仁波切的教法认真听进去，并且有反省自己，这是最重要的。我们去实时检查、反省自己的身口意的行为，那么你听进去了就非常好。那么，所以你刚才这些眼泪呢，是法的眼泪，法的眼泪是好的眼泪。
Yeah, I would also pray that may I too have seriousness, such a serious heart like you from now on. I'm very careless.
也就是说，他自己很希望唯愿呢，他也会能像你这样这么认真的去对待法去听法。
Okay, thank you.
好，我们今天就到这边。
Thank you very much and good night. Take care.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take
谢谢
care.
大家，谢谢大家。
Yeah.
So please stay in tune with Rinpoche's program. We hope will be this week, next weekend, or the week after that. So 请大家我们关注我们Rinpoche的这个灌顶呢，是下个礼拜还是下个周末还是下个礼拜？因为我们应该会很快就会有。是谢谢大家 ，and thank you for coming back. Rejoice. 好，感恩，晚安 ，Good night。Hello, Dr. Dean. So good to see you, Dr. V. Thank you very much. Didn't have a chance to thank you. We'll talk to you soon.